Nachos were first created in 1943 by Ignacio Nacho Anaya. Anaya's original nachos consisted of fried tortilla chips covered with melted cheese and jalapeno peppers. The word nacho comes from a shortened form of the name Ignacio. This tasty snack slowly became a specialty in many restaurants in southern Texas. But what really made the concept of nachos take off was a visit by Monday Night Football. Before games started, they were offering nachos in the reception area, where Howard Cosell took a liking to the name. From there on out, nachos quickly grew into the massive force they are today.
What first turned me on to nachos, I'd have to say, would be the convenience factor of being able to use your hands to eat them and not have to rely on utensils and things such of that nature. And as long as you got napkins, you're good.
On the base level, nachos can be considered just chips and cheese, but then, you step it up and add, salsa, olives, guacamole, sour cream, then step it up further with beans and some type of meat. But I'd have to say my favorite thing have to be the cheese, because that's what really makes a nacho. There's pretty much no cheese that I don't like, because the liquid cheese tastes good and the melted cheese tastes good. I think that has to be melted and hot. That's the key for having good cheese. Melted.
You can't neglect the chip factor. Chips play a huge part in the quality of the nachos. If you have these little limp, chips that you can't load anything up on, that does not make for a good experience eating nachos. So the chip factor is definitely important.
Making nachos is possibly the best thing next to drinking beer. Well, probably next to nothing. Making nachos is good.
And there's no really certain way to make nachos, because after all, chips and cheese is considered nachos.
It's a hobby. It's a passion. It's a way of life.
I would say have fun and be very creative, because I honestly think that there's nothing that you could put on nachos that wouldn't work.
I like beef, be it steak or ground beef.
Chicken, carne asada.
I want to try veal.
Refried beans.
Buffalo meat is always good.
Guacamole, sour cream, salsa.
Definitely lots of jalapeno peppers.
And then cheese on top of that. And I think that would do it.
Just, you can't spare any expense when you're making nachos. So that's my advice.
What is about beans? We outdo ourselves every time.
There's always the late night trips to Taco Bravo to get their delicious nachos. As far as long distances go, never more than maybe 30 miles or so not really that long distance, but I'm definitely willing. If I find a place that it's got the good nachos, I'm willing to go the distance for it.
Nachos definitely could be a way of life, and it is a way of life, because each nacho is individual from all the other nachos, and no nacho is alike. It's just like a metaphor for life and people, because no one person is the same and no one nacho is the same. So you could say that we're all just a bunch of nachos, because all these people here, they come from different places. The ingredients of nachos come from different places. You got tomatoes, jalapenos, cheese, chips. They all come from different places, and they come together. They come together to make something great. And I think that's what America is. People coming together to make something great.
I don't know what more I could say. It's pretty much self-explanatory what's going on right now. And there it goes. It's still there, still going. Okay. That's basically the life story of the nacho. Goes in, comes out, life cycle. But anyway, I gotta do some paperwork, so I'll see y'all later.